sometimes people do that by mistake. Why am I saying by mistake? It is they think that they are clever, right? But they're not clever. Because I have seen people, especially in their references, right? As we see value, right? They will quote maybe a journal, right? They will quote so and so wrote in the journal, this in the journal, and then they will put the date when the last quotation was accepted. And some of them will say accepted in 2010. This is your assignment you are writing now, right? And then you say you access that right up in 2010. The conclusion that I make out of that is that you just lifted that from somewhere. You didn't take an effort to actually read that article. Right? It is because somebody accessed that when you are writing their own article in 2010. Right? So you have just lifted the reference to yourself. Right? Unless you can tell me that you are maybe a prophet like Prophet Shepherd Bushiri. So in 2010 you dreamed that in 2023 you will be writing, and yet so you already got something so that you kept it somewhere in your archives, but that's not possible, is it? All right. So, for example, Jones, 1998, found that is past tense. Or Jones, 1998, has found. That is now present perfect tense. What do we mean by signal phrase? Signal phrase, this is the first sentence, the first phrase that you have in the sentence, right? That's a signal phrase. So you can choose to start with a signal phrase or with no signal phrase. With no signal phrase means you are putting inside the text. Now, when you are quoting using this format, the RFDA format, what you follow is the author date method of quoting. When you are quoting using the APA format inside your writer, it is the author date. For example, Jones, 1998. Author date. Other people will write Jones, and if you know the initial of Jones, right, they will put the initial. You don't do that in the APA style. In other styles, that is acceptable. The only time that you are allowed to put the initial of the author in the APA style is when there are two people of the same surname. So in order to distinguish them, many people, many students, when they are writing particularly essays, not essays, research papers, they don't write their own research papers. They Google and then they will get some research papers from East Africa, right? That's how I get to casting, right? And they will be quoting Ngenda and Ngenda, right? They are two, the husband and wife, right? Ngenda, the husband, and Ngenda, the wife, right? They wrote a book on research methods, right? Now, if the other Ngenda has written some other things and so on and so forth, right? Then you want to distinguish them, right? So, if one is Jones E and the other one is Jones L, right? Then you distinguish them, right? But otherwise, you just quote the science. Now, sometimes when you are quoting, you don't want to be monotonous. You don't want to be using the same style. So you want a variety. That is a very, very good way of making the paper more lively. So, for example, in signal phrases, you would start your sentence by saying, according to Jones, 1998, or Jones, 1998, found when you have to quote something directly, then you have to put it in inverted commas. It means that you are quoting what that somebody wrote directly in their book, in their article, or in any of their publications. For example, according to Jones 1998, students often had difficulty using APA style, especially when it was their first time. But because you have quoted directly, people will be interested to know where in that book, where in that article you are quoting, and therefore it will be required that you write page number. So in brackets, you would put P.199. What that means is that you are quoting from that page. So if somebody is interested to find whether you are lying or not, they will go to that page and they will find that writer. Or John 1998 found in brackets, inverted commas, students often have difficulty using APA style. 1999. What implication does this have for the teacher? If the author is not named in this signal phrase, because you want to have a variety, you don't want to be naming the author all the time in the signal phrase, right? So, you may decide to also use another style. Place the author's last name, the year of publication, and the page number in parentheses after the quotation. So, you will notice that in this one, you are writing the name and then in brackets the year. Name in brackets the year. But in this one, you are putting this one in parentheses. These are the brackets. They are called parentheses. So, she stated, students often had difficulties using APA style. In parentheses or in brackets, Jones, 1998, page 199. But she did not offer an explanation as to why. This one, but she did not offer an explanation as to why. That is now your own addition. It is not Jones. So Jones, you are quoting direct. Students often have difficulties using APA style. Now, sometimes when you use this one, when you have a long quotation, a quotation which is more than 40 words, then you cannot put it in inverted commas. What you do in that one is that you indent. You indent it. So you would have Jones there, which is the margin of your paper. Then you indent. Jones, 1998, studies found the following. Students often had difficulty in using the APA style, especially when it was their first time citing sources. This difficulty could be attributed to the fact that many students failed to purchase a style manual or to task their teacher for help. Where do you get this? Page 199. So, if you choose a very, very long quotation, which is longer than 40 words, then you indent it. That is very, very important. Sometimes, or oftentimes, you do not quote people directly. What you are encouraged to do is to summarize or to paraphrase what you are quoting. For example, according to Jones, 1998. APA style is a difficult citation format for first-time learners. What the author has done there is to paraphrase. Why is paraphrasing more preferable? That's why I said, okay, let me skip it last time. When you are paraphrasing, it is not necessary, right, to tell us the exact page. Because you are paraphrasing, right? So many students, they run away from being coached. That where did you find this? So you paraphrase, right? But it doesn't mean that you should cheat. You should be saying something which someone has not said. No. It should be something that someone indeed said, only that you are putting it in your own words. Another example there, APA style is difficult citation format for first-time learners. That is Jones 1998. You may have, she has put the page there, it doesn't matter. Right? Because you have a paraphrase. There are other important rules that we may need to bring to your attention. There are situations where a book or a paper has been written by two or more authors. In those situations where there are two or more authors, if you are using the quotation in the signal phrase, then you would say research by Wenner and Payton. What you use there is and. But when you are putting it in parentheses, in brackets, then that and changes to this and, the Greek and. Or what is called an ampersand. So you use an ampersand when you are putting it in parentheses. Now, where you have got the 3 to 5 authors, then the first time that you are quoting those authors, you have to mention all of them. Again, this is a situation where we usually catch students when they are plagiarizing. Because what happens is that when you are plagiarizing not at the beginning of the book or at the beginning of the article, you are plagiarizing inside the article, or you are plagiarizing a document which is not using the APA style, right? So, if that is the case, people do not cite all the authors first time. But for the APA style, it is very important that first time you are mentioning 3 to 5 authors, you mention all of them. For example, Kearns, Cornell, Sand, Berry, and Harold. Automatically, you know that this book was written by these people. The second time you are quoting the same people, then you leave the other surnames, you quote the first surname only. And for the others, you just write it out. So that is why you find that in the write-ups, you have it out. So, Kearns et al. 1993. Now, if these authors are 6 or more, use the first author name followed by et al. And then in the signal phrase or in the parenthesis. But then after that, if there are more authors, right, then you put dot, dot, dot. Let's say you have got the 10 authors or something like that. You put dot, 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 and then you write the last author that comes. Because what you don't want is a situation where maybe you have got 15 authors, right, and then you have to write all of them. That is too cumbersome. Where the author is unknown, then you can use the title of the paper. Because sometimes you have papers where you don't know the author. Then the title of the paper can be substituted for the author. Using APA, (201). Or in rare cases, where even the title is unknown, then you can say anonymous, 201. In some situations, or I would say in many situations, when you be writing your assignment, you will not be reading books which are written by authors, or books, papers which are written by authors, but books or papers which are commissioned by organizations. There are authors there, all right, but they remain anonymous. For example, the 30 years that I spent at the Malawi National Commission for UNESCO, I but you will never see my name there. The name of the Malawi National Commission for UNESCO is there. Right? So, it's the Malawi National Commission for UNESCO. 208. Malawi National Commission for UNESCO, 1991. Right? If you go to the archives, for example, of the International Bureau of Education, and then there will be an education, the status of education in Malawi report. I wrote that one. Right? But it will not be in my name. It will be in the name of the Malawi National Commission for UNESCO. So it will be quoting Malawi National Commission for UNESCO. Right? So, according to the American Psychological Association, 2000. So, the first time that you are quoting a document which is written by an organization, you have to mention the full name of that organization. Because there are many organizations which with similar names. For example, MAST. Who knows what MAST is? What does MAST in Malawi stand for? Malawi University of Science and Technology. Do you know that there is MAST in Tanzania as well? What is MAST in Tanzania? Meru University of Science and Technology. Right? So, you have to mention which MAST you are talking about. So if it MAST in Malawi wrote something, right, then you have to say Malawi University of Science and Technology 2023. Otherwise, people will mistake your MAST with Meru University of Science and Technology. So, first citation are Mothers Against Drunken Driving. Now, what you have to do after that is that you have to give the abbreviation. Right? Then, following that, you just use the abbreviation. Like what has happened there. Mothers Against Drunken Driving, March 2000. Second citation, March 2000. So, people know that you are talking about this organization. Two or more works in the same parenthesis. Sometimes when you are quoting, you are not quoting only one person. You are quoting two or more people who have said the same thing. For example, in the Bible, right? The Bible has got 4 books. Matthew, Luke, John, and this is the 4th one. You guys, you don't need more your Bible. Huh? So if God were to come to the area and destroy the earth, and they ask you whether you read the Bible, you wouldn't have answered. I think I should ask Putin to do what he threatened to do, to throw atomic bombs, then the whole world will finish, and then we will be asked what we were doing. Like when we started, when we were teaching, we were joined by a friend who was a very, very brilliant, one of the brightest young fellows I came across. So on his desk, we had the desk in the staff room, and then we had the pinboard there. So on the pinboard, he had this cartoon, and that's all I do with him. So there was this guy going to heaven, right? And then all these things followed him, and then he wrote, that's all I do with him. So we were all laughing and so on. Then one time, because he was a cheeky young fellow, so he had one or two bottles. And because we were teaching at the mission school, there was the chaplain who was also teaching there back college. So he said, this stuff from thinking. There is some funny smell here and so on. So this young man, I don't know how he answered, so they exchanged a few words with the chaplain. The chaplain was very angry. He said, you see, that's the problem with people, you see. When they get forced courage and so on. So the chaplain decided that was going to be the lesson. Because every man had a service where the students were also there. So he was giving that example. The following Monday, it was this young man who was preaching. Now he made that laugh. Because some people, when they go to the stuff, they read the Bible. And they get forced courage from the Bible. We collapsed laughing. So we criticized that. Unfortunately, the young man is now, I don't know, maybe he's answering to his maker and so on. Okay, so when you have got the two or more people inside the parentheses there, right? Then the first one, right? You put a comma there and then the year of that publication. Then you put a colon, yeah, right? And then the second one, comma, and that one. The third one, again, you put another colon there, and so on, right? Now, if you have got two people who have got the same surname, that is where now you can use the initials, right, to separate them. So E. Johnson and L. Johnson. Now, this E, you put it before the surname. The L before the surname, not after. who write a lot, they may write several works in the same year. For example, we have the late DPP, right, who was writing a lot, right? So in order to differentiate one work from the other, you give them alphabetical letters, A, B, C, right? So it can be Brent 1981A. It means that is the first article that he wrote in that year. He may have written some other article, then that is B. Another one, C, and so on. Right? Because you have such kind of people who are writing quite a lot. Right? So that is another citation. Now, sometimes you quote people from what you converse with them, especially from interviews, letters, and emails, and so on, person to person. There, what you do is you write the name of the person that you talked to, right? And then you say personal communication. It means that what you are quoting is personal communication between you as the writer and that person. January 4th, 2001. So when did this personal communication take place? It took place on January 4th, 2001. Sometimes you quote people indirectly. In other words, you have read something where the author is saying, is also citing another person. So you would say Johnson argued that. Then it is in brackets or in parentheses as cited in Smith 203, page 102. When you are citing electronic sources, which are many these days, in fact, it's very rare that you find a lot of books, because one, books are very expensive, and two, they are not really available, right? Because in the library, you have to go to the library to read books and so on, and there are not all that many libraries around. So most of the stuff that you're going to be reading is electronic. So the way you cite electronic sources is the same way that you would cite ordinary sources. Author-based. Author, date, the title, place of publication, the publisher. Ordinary, the difference will be that you also cite the either identification number of the document or the URL number of the document, right? And when you access, that is where I said that some people will say that they accessed that the document in 2010, when in fact the assignment they are writing in 2023. Sometimes the author is not known or not dated. So where you have an unknown voter or not dated, there you indicate ND. It means that the voter or the paper is not dated. Sometimes when you are citing electronic documents, they don't have page numbers, right? Or they have only paragraphs. So there, what you do is you use this symbol here. All 201, that means you will find that in paragraph 5. All 201, paragraph 5. There are lots of documents, like that document which I showed you. Right? It could be within a larger volume with no page numbers. So the only direction you can give someone to find out where exactly you put it, right? You give them the paragraph number. All right. So that should be do for landing. This will be posted together with a more detailed write-up on the APA citations. And I should warn you in advance, there are 25 questions on this one in your midterm examination. So, a number of APA types, right? One of them will not be, 4 of them or 3 of them will not be APA. Right? So you should know which one is APA. Right? So 25 of them. So you have to master it, right? Is that right? So this is the one that we will post on the all that we are saying here is captured in this one. So that was the detailed examples and so on. The guide to the APA 6th edition referencing style. assignment, please make sure that you are giving it in before meeting. We don't want excuses. Because sometimes students have got a lot of excuses. I know my computer, and so on. So, if I were you, I would listen to it and somebody.
Hola,